got a show. So the State of the Union was a disaster for Democrats. Let's be honest. It was a big win for Republicans and a disaster for Democrats. And I want to go into this article that was released a while ago. Actually, I missed this one. Well, actually, when was this released? Okay, this was yesterday. Yeah, so I missed this one. I should have talked about this yesterday. But this definitely foreshadowed the State of the Union speech. Democrats turn against mask mandates as COVID landscape and voter attitude shift. So again, folks, we're seeing a scenario here, and, I was talking about this when the governor of Colorado came out and said, I believe in personal responsibility, and so, that, I think that was spelling disaster. Like I said, the State of the Union was a big win for Republicans, a gigantic loss for Democrats. The Democrats went super far right, and they didn't, they gave nothing to the left. Biden in the State of the Union gave nothing to the left at all, and just tacked over to the right, on everything. Fund the police. Again, Biden 3x'd police funding so far as president. He 3x'd police funding. Also, reminder, 1,000 plus Americans were killed in 2021, murdered by police. And so now they're saying they declared victory on COVID, during the State of the Union, and I covered that. I made a video about that part. But this was a memo, that was circulating in the weeks, coming up to the State of the Union. And it definitely foreshadowed what the Democratic strategy here is. And the Democratic strategy is, well, the Republicans said fuck science, and they're doing pretty well. So fuck science. Let's see if we can do it. It's gross. And again, thousands and thousands and thousands of people are going to die because these Democratic politicians wanted to score some cheap points. That I'm not even convinced that these points even exist. I'm not convinced that Democratic voters or swing voters are going to be voting for Democrats if they say, all right, Republicans are anti-science. Well, let's be anti-science too. Then, the people that are going to vote against science, they're going to vote for the Republicans. So, when President Joe Biden gives his state of the, again, this is written beforehand, on Tuesday, the mask mandate will be gone in the Capitol, reflecting a stark nationwide shift for Democrats against public safety rule that has fueled a red versus blue culture war. Behind the shift is a blend of science and political science. So, aka no science at all. The COVID-19 landscape is improving, with vaccines and booster shots easily available and proving highly effective against preventing severe illness or death. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say 70% of Americans reside in areas with low or medium COVID levels. Again, on February 24th, low COVID levels would actually be twice what the high. So high would be 100 cases per 100,000, right? That was high on February 24th. February 25th, 200 is low, right? So all they did, the science, the numbers are still as bad as they were. The CDC just changed the graph and said, all right, high is low now, and high is super high. They just changed the numbers. It's not over the course of the last week, COVID numbers dropped off a cliff. No. The COVID numbers are actually staying, relative. Again, 1,500 to 2,000 people dying a day. Hundreds of thousands of cases a day. So, and the Democrats are like, fuck it. Whatever. Good enough. I'm not even. After vanquishing Donald Trump, this language here. After vanquishing Donald Trump by promising to get the virus under control, Democrats are now positioning themselves to declare victory against COVID ahead of a tough midterm election. Remember last time Democrats declared victory on COVID was July 4th, 2021. Does anyone know what happened after July of 2021? Does anyone know? The Delta variant. So, we've beaten COVID. Time to take off the mask. Time to get back to life. Let's open up our businesses. Okay. I don't care about Ruben Galigo, D, Arizona. It's okay to succeed. He said there are some people that are still... succeed in what? In what? What is success? Can we define success? In fact, I'm going to bring open the worldometer here. Classic page. So again, what is success? So we declared success in this country in July of 2021 when daily cases were at 25,000 a day. Now, personally, is that success? 25,000 people per day? I wouldn't consider that success, but we declared success as a country right here. So we're at 16,000, 12,000, all right? So now we're at 40,000 or so. So we are more than double daily cases than we were the last time we declared victory. And now Biden's declaring victory again. Let's look at the daily deaths graph here. Again, we're still hitting about 1,500 deaths a day. Now, where were we in July? Oh, we're hitting 200 deaths a day? Huh. All right. So, again, on that one, that's what? Like 7 times the daily deaths now? And we're declaring victory as a country. They just don't give a fuck. Moved out of crisis mode. The message is backed by advice from Biden's polling firm, Impact Research, which studied voter attitudes to COVID and found that most Americans are worn out by restrictions that have personally moved out of crisis mode. That is irrelevant to whether or not there is still a crisis. I want to tell you all a story about myself. You know, I used to be very big, and I lost 100 pounds in my life over the course of, like, I think 4 or 5 months. Now, I'm going to tell you, when I went on, like, a serious weight loss journey, when I started eating, a very specific diet, exercising, I got tired. I got worn out. Like, you should have seen me 2 weeks into this diet. Yeah, sure, I'd lost like 10, 15 pounds by that point. But I was exhausted. I was really worn out. Right? So, by Democrats' logic, I should have just given up. I should have just been like, oh, well, whatever. I still have health problems, but fuck it. I'm bored. So, again, I like the idea that people being worn out is in any way related to what the actual science is it's in a February 16th memo, the firm told Democrats to take the win on COVID, warning that by 49% to 24%, Americans are more concerned about it causing economic harm than infecting them. Economic harm? What? Economic harm? Something completely made up. That's like being afraid of the boogeyman and you turn the light on and it's just like, your nightlight shadow or something. The more we talk about the threat of COVID and onerously restrict people's lives because of it, the more we turn them against us and show that they're out of touch with their daily realities. You know what? I want to go to a concert. Some bands I like are touring. I would love to go to a concert, but I'm not a fucking psychopath. I would love to go out to a bar and get drunk in front of people. But guess what? I don't feel like catching COVID and dying. Right? But like, Democrats are like, fuck it, whatever. Fuck it. Fuck it. Democrats realized they were increasingly out of step with most people. And now, again, that doesn't matter. 63% of Americans believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. That doesn't mean that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. That's made up. That's garbage. But 63% of Americans think that Jesus is the Son of God. It's almost like reality and what most Americans think aren't the same thing. Americans are fucking dumb. Americans are some of the dumbest motherfuckers on planet Earth. These are some dumb fuck for brains assholes in this country. So because this stupid fuck country doesn't know what the fuck's going on, probably because the government doesn't tell anyone anything, then, oh, then they're going to take advantage of the fact that Americans don't know what the fuck's going on. Alright, so you can read the rest of this, but we're fucked, folks. Can't wait for the next variant. Omicron 2. Coming soon?